Good morning, dear students. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. We are going to continue our topic cross multiplication method. In that, we have seen the first question of exercise 3.5 in last lecture, and we are going to start a second question from today. So, let's see what is the second question. It is given that for which value of a and b does the following pair of a linear equation have an infinite number of solutions? So here there is a slight change in question. Okay. In last lecture, the sum we have done is based totally on the cross multiplication method, and in that the linear equations along with the coefficients are given. Here if you see the pair of a linear equation, the second equation is like a minus b into x plus b plus b, sorry, a plus b into y is equal to 3a plus b minus 2. So here we have to use a cross multiplication method to find out the value of small a and small b, as here the coefficient is directly not given. Are you getting me? Is it clear? Okay. And the second thing which is given here is as the given pair has infinitely many solutions. So by using this concept, we are going to find out value a and b. So as it has infinitely many solutions, it means what is the condition behind it? a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Okay, so let's see what are the steps. As the equations are like this: 2x plus 3y is equal to 7. A minus bx plus a plus by is equal to 3a plus b minus 2. So here a1 is 2, b1 is equal to 3, and c1 if we take to the other hand it is minus 7. a2 is a minus b, b2 is a plus b, and this whole bracket if we take to the other hand, then it is minus into 3a plus b minus 2 is the value c2. Is it clear? Okay. Now, after comparing, what we have to start with? Comparing with the standard form of a linear equation, and therefore we get a2. See, I used here a capital letter a1, b1, c1. Why? Because already small letters are given here. Okay, so if we use a small letter here, then there may be a confusion between this a or this a, and that's why I advise you to use whenever such my a and b small letters are given, it is better to use another alphabet or capital A and B, right? So here a1 is 2, capital B1 is 3, and c1 is minus 7. Similarly is a2, a minus b, and b2 is a plus b, and c2 is minus into whole 3a plus b minus 2. Now as the given pair has infinitely many solutions, it is already given, and therefore we can say that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Now substitute value. What is a1? It is 2, a2 it is a minus b, b is 3, and a plus b minus 7 minus 3a plus b minus 2. So minus minus will be cancelled. Now after this what we have to do? As you can see, this is the first term, this is the second, and this is the third. All are equal. So next step is to do a comparison. We can do a comparison with first step to second, or second to third, or first to third, like that. I am showing you how to solve. Up to this, I hope it is clear in your mind that how to get these steps, and if it is infinitely, and therefore we are using this a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Let's see the next steps. Now as we see that we have to do take out the ratio, and as it is infinite, the pair has infinitely many solutions, we have to show that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 and c1 by c2. And after this, we have to do, as I told you, that these two parts are equal, these two parts are equal, and these two parts are also equal. So first I am doing here comparison of first two part and then comparison of last two parts. Okay, so it is not necessary that you have to take a first two part and last two part. You can compare a first and third part also. You will get the same answer. Okay, now I am doing here a comparison of first two. So if I compare these two and I will do a cross multiplication, the another equation I get is a minus phi 3. This 2 multiplied by a plus 3 and this 3 multiplied by a minus 3, and after simplification I got here a minus phi b is equal to 0. This is our another linear equation and give name equation 1. Now we will get another equation when we compare a last two terms here. So again by last two terms, after cross multiplication, we got that a minus 2b is equal to 3 is a second linear equation. And now you have to solve or get the value small a and small b again by cross multiplication method. And you are using this pair to find out a and b by and you have to do a cross multiplication method. Again what to do? Again compare this a pair of equation with the standard form and find out the value. A1 is from this, A1 is 1, B1 is minus 5, C1 is 0. From this A2 is 1, B2 is minus 2 and C2 if we take to other hand it is minus 3. So once we get the A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, we can apply a cross multiplication method as usual upon A. Here it is A and B is given, therefore we are using A and B here instead of X and Y. Okay, so here A, below A, what to write? The coefficient of B and the constant. So minus 5, minus 2, 0, minus 3. Similarly, upon B or below B, what you have to write? A constant and the coefficient of A. And similarly, at the here this one which is a constant, and below constant what you have to write? Coefficient of X A and coefficient of B. And after doing a cross multiplication, we got that A by 50 is equal to B by 3 is equal to 1 by 3. Now what is the last step to do? To again compare. What to compare? A by 15 with 1 by 3 and then B by 3 is equal to 1 by 3. So as I shown here, first you have to compare A by 15 is equal to 1 by 3 and therefore we get A is equal to 5. B by 3 is equal to 1 by 3 and therefore we got B is equal to 1. So by this way you can solve a question like this in which a condition is given, okay, and they are not giving you a coefficient directly. So by this way it is quite lengthy process, mostly asked in 4-mark question. This one is most important question. Okay, so note it. Now next is for which value of k will be the following pair of a linear equation has no solution. So again, if they do not have any solution, then what is the condition? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but it is not equal to C1 by C2. That condition you have to apply and you have to do the same process. Here in this case there is a infinitely many solution and now in next there is a no solution. So the no solution it means it must A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. It is not equal to C1 by C2. Okay, so after calculating these steps or doing this step, I hope you can do the second sum yourself. Now the third question is solve the following pair of linear equations by substitution and cross multiplication method. So you have to apply here both method, substitution as well as cross multiplication method, and the pair is given 8x plus 5y is equal to 9 and 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. So I have already done here substitution method and the cross multiplication method. So let's see turn by turn. First we are going to see the substitution method. As the pair of equation 8x plus 5y is equal to 9, 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. What is the main concept of substitution? Take any or express any one variable into another. Okay, so first of all, that concept we are going to use. I choose here second equation to express x into y terms, right? So here I got that x is equal to 4 minus 2y. I got this. Now I put this value x in first equation because I convert this x or express x into y by using second equation, and therefore I am putting the value x in first equation. And as I put, after taking LCM 3, I got the after simplification I got that minus y is equal to minus 5, and therefore y is equal to 5. And what is the next step? Keep or put this y into either first equation, second equation, or this one. Okay, I found that easy to put the value y in this. So I have substitute this y is equal to 5 in this. So finally I got x is equal to minus 2. So by substitution method, I got x is equal to minus 2 and y is equal to 5. Now let's see how to do the cross multiplication for the same pair of linear equation. As the equations are given, and after comparison with the standard form of a pair of linear equation, I got a1 is equal to 8, b1 is equal to 5, c1 is equal to minus 9, a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to 2, and c2 is equal to minus 4. Okay, so by this way, as it is x, so below x what you have to write? Coordinates of y and constant, like this. Below y, coordinate of constant first and then coefficient of x. And last, below 1, coefficient of x and coefficient of y. Then what we have to do? We have to do a cross multiplication. So minus 20 and minus 18. Minus 27 minus 32. Okay, 8 2s are 16, minus 3 5s are 15. Now this minus become plus, so minus 20 plus 18 minus 2, minus 27 minus plus 32, so minus 27 plus 32, it means it is 5, and then 1 by 1. Now the next step is compare first and third term and second and third term. So here I got x by minus 2 is equal to 1. Therefore x is equal to minus 2, and y by 5 is equal to 1. Therefore y is equal to 5. So you can see that after applying substitution or cross multiplication, or if it is asked instead of substitution elimination method, you will get the same value of x and y. In short, any method you can apply to get the solution, either it is elimination method, substitution method, or cross multiplication method. Answer you will get is same. There is no change in answer. Is it clear? Let's move to the next one. Now let's start the fourth question, which is related with the problem sums. Okay, and as it is given that form a pair of a linear equation in the following problems and find their solution if they exist by any algebraic method. See here, if any algebraic method means you can do any method, either substitution, elimination, or cross multiplication method. So here I am going to help you in obtaining a linear pair or pair of linear equations only. Then after you have to solve yourself by any method, substitution, elimination, or cross multiplication method. Okay, so let's see the first one. A part of a monthly hostel charges is fixed. Monthly hostel charge is fixed. Okay, monthly means for 30 or 31 days. Either you stay for 20 days or 26 days or 30 days, it is fixed. Okay, and the remaining depending on the number of days one has taken a food in bags, right? So the variable charges is depend the charges of food as per the day. So here there are two types of charges, fixed for the hostel charge, and the second is variable charges per day is for the food. Okay, so when a student A takes food for 20 days and she has to pay 1000 rupees as hostel charges, whereas student B who take food for 26 days and pays 1180 rupees as hostel charges. Find the fixed charge and the cost of food per day. So our first uh, uh, process is to do the supposition regarding the fixed charge and the hostel and the food charge per day. So here let the fixed charge is equal to x rupees and the charges of food per day is equal to y rupees. And there are two students, student A and student B. So for student A, she stays for 20 days. So number of days she stays is 20 rupees. 20 days, and the cost of food for 20 days is equal to 20 y, because there is a food charge per day. So if she stays for 20 days, then food charge is 20 y. If she stays for 27 days, then the food charges is 27 y. Is it clear? Right? Now according to condition, how much she paid? 1000 rupees. So total 1000 rupees she paid. And total means fixed charge along with the food charge. Okay, so fixed charge as we know it is x and plus food charge is 20y. So therefore, here we can say x plus 20y is equal to 1000 rupees. So this is our first equation, and similarly you will get the second equation for the student B, as she stayed for 26 days and cost of food for 26 days is 26y and she pays 1180. Therefore, x plus 26y is equal to 1180. So by using this pair of linear equation, you can find the value x and y by any method. Okay. Now any algebraic method you can use. Now do the second one. See, second is easy, so we are going to just discuss. As a fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from numerator, and it becomes 1 by 4 when we added 8 to the denominator. See, this type of example we already done so many times. So first of all, we have to do supposition. Let the numerator be x and denominator be y, and the fraction will be x by y, and it will be 1 by 3 if we subtract from the numerator. So x minus 1 by y is equal to 1 by 3. And the second case, it will become 1 by 4 when 8 is added to the denominator. So numerator is as it is, x by y plus 8 is equal to 1 by 4. And then after simplification, you can get a linear pair of equations, and then you can solve by any method. Let's do the third one. Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer. Listen carefully. 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark. Losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks been deducted from each incorrect answer. When Yash would have scored 50 marks, how many questions will be there in test? This is the most important question. Here we have to simply use a logic. Then when we get, when our answer is right, our mark is added. And when our answer is wrong, our marks are cut down. Is it clear? Okay, so here it is not necessary that you have to continuously added in both the term. In x and y, every time addition is there, it is not necessary. In this case, there is a subtraction, because the total mark, how do we get? Total answer, correct answer, whatever there is, then there is a minus. What we have to do, subtract? Marks, or wrong marks, or wrong the answer which is wrong, that we have to cut. So let's see what is the steps. What are the steps? Let's number of correct answer. Number of correct answer is equal to x. Number of wrong answer is equal to y. Okay. And in first case, the mark for all the correct answer is 3 into x. Because Yash got 3 marks for each correct answer. Are you getting me? This is the marks for all correct answer. And as Yash got 3 marks for each correct answer, therefore 3 into x is equal to 3x. And marks for all wrong answer, the deduct 1 mark, means you cut 1 mark for wrong answer. So it is 1 into y is equal to y. And according to condition, what he scored? 40 marks. So 3x minus y is equal to 40. Second condition, marks for all the correct answer. As he got 4 marks for each correct answer, it is 4x. As he deduct, in case of second, the 2 marks deducted for the wrong answer, and therefore it is 2y. And according to the second condition, 4x minus 2y is equal to 50. If you take out 2 as a common, finally we get the second equation is here 2x minus y is equal to 25. I hope it is clear in your mind about the steps regarding the third question. Is it clear? So you can use either substitution, elimination or cross multiplication to solve this type of example. Let's move to the next one. Now the next one, fourth one, most important sum. Okay, most important sum this is. Places A and B are 100 kilometers apart on a highway. The distance between A and B place is 100 kilometers, right? One car starts from A and another from point B or place B in the same time, at the same time. If car travels in the same direction at a different speed, they meet in 5 hours. So the first condition is the two things you have to keep remember. The distance between A and B is 100, and in first case both the car traveled in a same direction with the different speed, and therefore they meet in 5 hours. In second case, if they travel towards each other, okay, so towards each other means opposite towards each other, एक दूसरे के सामने, right? Towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. Okay, so one thing is common that the distance between A and B is 100 in both the case. In first case, the cars are travel in a same direction, but in second case, they traveled in a towards each other. Is it clear? Okay, now let's see the steps. First of all, speed of the car 1 is x kilometer per hour. Speed of the car 2 is y kilometer per hour. Then this is the case 1. In case 1, distance between A and B is 100 kilometer. The distance between A and B. And the car A and car 1 and car 2 travel in a same direction. They travel in a same direction, but the speeds are different. At the same time, they start driving. Car 1 start from A point and car 2 start from B point in the same direction. Are you getting me? In the same direction, but due to the different speed, they will meet after 5 hours. So here the distance traveled by car 1 is AC and distance traveled by car 2 is BC. Okay, at C point they are meeting. Let's assume that at C point they meet after 5 hours. So the distance traveled by car 1 is AC and car 2 by BC. Now, as you know, what is the distance? Distance is equal to speed into time, or we can say speed is equal to distance by time. By this way, we are using this concept or formula that the speed into time is distance, and therefore it is x is speed and time is phi, and therefore AC, the distance, is equal to phi x. Is it clear? Now, for car 2, we have completed for car 1. Now we come to the car 2. So car 2 travel how much distance? It is BC. And what is BC? The distance is equal to speed into time. This is for second car. So its speed is y. The time is same, phi. So therefore BC is equal to phi b. And as you know that whole is AC. It is subparting AB and BC. So we can say that as A, B and C, these three are collinear points. They are in a straight line. They are collinear points. Therefore, we can say that AB plus BC is equal to AC. Is it clear? AB plus BC is equal to AC. And we are using head concept here that AC is equal to AB plus BC, and therefore what is AB? AB is equal to AC minus BC. And after substituting this value of AC and BC here, as we already told that AB is equal to 100. The distance between place A and place B is 100. And therefore, after taking 5 as common, the final equation we got is x minus y minus 20 is equal to 0. Is it clear? Do more and more practice such type of examples so you will get an idea easily. Now we will see the next case, case 2, in which the cars are moved towards each other. So here there is a car 1 at point A and car car 2 at point B. Car 1 at point A and car 2 at point B. They are moving towards each other at point D, and they will meet after 1 hour. So distance traveled by car 1 is AD and car 2 is BD. Similarly, speed into time is x. Again, speed into time for AD and BD. As they are meeting in 1 hour, so AD is x and BD is also y. Now, as again AD and B are collinear points, therefore we can say that AD plus BD is equal to AB. And as we already know, the distance between AB is 100. So therefore 100 is equal to x plus y. And x plus y minus 100, this is 100 goes to other hand, is equal to 0. This is the second linear equation. So by this way, we can solve this type of example, mostly asked in 4-mark question. Very, very important. Is it clear? After getting a pair of a linear equation, you can apply any method to solve or to get the value x and y. Okay, let's move to the last one. Let's come to last one. The area of a rectangle gets reduced. Reduced means kam hota hai. Reduced by 9 units if its length is reduced by 5 units and the breadth is increased by 3 units. So as you know, the rectangle is given. It means its area is L into B. So first of all, we have to do supposition. Let the length of the rectangle is x and the breadth of the rectangle is y. And therefore, what is the area? Xy, right? This is the first condition. Now the second is, if we increase the length by 3 and the breadth by 2, then the area increased by 67. Find the dimensions of rectangle. It is easy, not very hard. So let's see the steps of it. Let the length of the rectangle is x and the breadth of the rectangle is y. And therefore the area is L into B is equal to AXY is equal to XY, because x is the length and y is a breadth, we assumed, right? Now in first case, as it is given that if we, what is the area? It is a multiplication or a product of length and breadth. Okay, so it is given that if we reduce a length and increase the breadth, the area is reduced by 9. So how do we do the comparison? The area reduced 9 when then reduce length 5 and increase a breadth 3. So by this way length is x and breadth is y. Therefore x minus 5 into y plus 3 is equal to, as the area is x into y. So xy minus 9. Is it clear? Okay, is it clear? This is the logic you can use in each and every sum of maths. Okay, so x minus 5, y plus 3 is equal to xy minus 9. Now open after multiplication of this two bracket, xy common on both the hands, so we will cancel out, and finally we get the equation 3x minus 5y minus 6 is equal to 0. Similarly, you will get a second equation from the second condition or second case in which it is given that the area is increased to 67. Where it will be increased? When we add a 3 and 2 in length and breadth respectively. Okay, so by this way x plus 3, y plus 2, x plus 3 into y plus 2 is equal to xy plus 67. And as after the simplification we got 2x plus 3y minus 61 is equal to 0. So by this way we can able to get a pair of a linear equation. And how to do how to find out the dimensions? Dimensions mean length and breadth. In short, you have to find out x and y. By using this pair of linear equation, you can by using any algebraic method, substitution, elimination or cross multiplication method, you will get a value x and y. Is it clear? So here this concept, a cross multiplication method concept is over, and we will see the new concept in next lecture. Till then, goodbye, stay safe.